There are 3 Power Rangers comics coming in 2026, and today I'll be talking about some Power Rangers TV show news that we're getting, and the 3 confirmed issues that we're getting. Before we kick things off, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a geeky beat. Let's jump in. So first of all, we've been getting a bunch of casting news for the new reboot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you're a fan of the Percy Jackson TV series on Disney+, then you're in luck because the creators behind that are actually going to be behind this as well. Another cool aspect of the show, if you didn't know, is that it won't be using Super Sentai footage. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing that, Power Rangers has historically always essentially been a supercut of Super Sentai mixed in with North American actors for the most part. So we're finally going to be getting a non-Super Sentai related series. So super curious to see how that ends up. How much they keep in, how much they don't. I've already heard reports that apparently there'll be less Megazord battles, which honestly I'm okay with. If they can focus more on story and make it less, formulaic each episode, I am a big fan of that. The spicy bit though is that we might be getting a female Red Ranger. Apparently, Peyton Elizabeth Lee will be taking on the role of Red Ranger in this new reboot. The reason I'm not worried about it though is because in the comics, we've already had an incredible female leader of a Power Rangers team. Now, while her entire team got annihilated, it created a phenomenal character for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. In addition to that, and while she was the Pink Ranger, the leader of Power Rangers Time Force was a female, and it was phenomenal. So I think it's really going to come down to how they portray this character. Whether she's girly or not girly, I don't care, but make her a good leader and make her a good protagonist, and don't belittle the male characters. Apparently the Blue Ranger will still be a boy though, as Joel Willett will take on that role, reportedly. And the Yellow Ranger will stay female, with Momona Tamada taking on the role of the Yellow Ranger. Again, these are all reports, so who knows what the final casting call will be, but I'm still really looking forward to it. I can't wait for them to reintroduce Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to a new generation, because it is for the new generation, it's not for us old heads. But what is for us old heads are the comic books, so let's jump to that. So in case you're unaware, Power Rangers Prime will be ending with issue 16, and I am a massive fan of Power Rangers Prime, and while I'm sad to see it go, I'm also really excited about the future of Power Ranger comic books. While one of them has me incredibly hyped, and I have theories, the other 2 also sound pretty cool. First, I saw an article on comicbook.com about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers popping up issue 1, popping up on Penguin House for a June release. And then I saw another article on Comic Book Resource talking about a 0 issue. Not only will it be one Mighty Morphin Power Ranger story, there's also 2 other stories in the mix. We're going to be getting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the new series, which is already essentially going to be released. And then shortly after, we're going to get those other 2 stories in issue 0 being released. So what are these series? Well, I'm going to save Mighty Morphin for the end because I have a theory around it, like I mentioned, that I hope is correct. So let's jump to the other 2 first. One of the stories in issue 0 of Power Rangers is essentially going to be talking about a darkness spreading across the universe where Power Rangers across space and time will join forces in a matchup. First, darkness taking over the universe feels like a trope at this point in Power Rangers, but B, the other cool part that I read there is that across space and time. So my hope is that we're going to be getting a Time Force X in Space crossover, and it's confirmed to be an ongoing, so I can't wait. And this is issue 0. The 3rd story in issue 0 of Power Rangers will apparently show one of our favorite Rangers in a brand new light, and not only that, he is the last Ranger. So that could be pretty cool. We can get kind of like a last Ronin, right? Like they did in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not really sure where this one's going, especially after the announcement that it's going to be Tommy as the last Ranger and the Green Ranger nonetheless. So curious to hear more. And then last but definitely not least, a story that takes place in the future where all of the Power Rangers have moved on and Billy is the one calling them back for the first time in years. If you remember at the end of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the comic book series, time had completely changed, and we get this scene with Billy writing down in his journal talking about just how much things have changed and kind of leaving us on this giant cliffhanger that I think could fit perfectly with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers continues on from that point. And Billy, because he did look a lot older in that last scene in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, So maybe that is the continuation. So we're going to get kind of like this rewritten timeline of the events of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the comic book. So it's still good for new readers to jump on. But people who have read the entire Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line will still be rewarded with this continuation. Hopefully. Anyways, regardless, there's a ton of good news for Power Rangers finally after a long lull of what is going on with Netflix. Oh, Netflix got canceled. All right, well, what the heck now? This is going to be great. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you today. Again, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, keep it geeky.